Here with the suddenness divine advents have, repeating the marvel of the first descent, changing into rapture the dull earthly round. Love came to her, hiding the shadow, death. Savitri has heard a call. The full-grown maiden has set herself in quest of a life's partner. Savitri, the radiant daughter who has come into full maidenhood, is now on the way to find her life's partner. She was so dazzling, so majestic, so powerful that no hero warrior, no hero prince would come forward to claim her hand in marriage. She was told by her father to find one for herself. She should go to wherever she wants and find one who will be suitable for her as her life's partner. In that pursuit, Savitri travels, young princess travels from country to country, from land to land, from kingdom to kingdom. She goes from place to place. But in the human wideness, there is none yet who could be her equal. The quest has not yet yielded the fruitful result. Not in the busy and bustling worlds of men, but perhaps in some lonely place, perhaps in the cloistered dwelling of the ascetics, perhaps in the company of the spiritual seekers, would she meet the one whose soul desires him to be. The crowded tracks are left behind, and here are now the widenesses of solitude. Here could she arrive at the destined spot. Here could she arrive at the destined hour. Here could be sudden wings of expectation, wings of joy, of triumph. Here lived the aspiring greats would offer to her what her soul desired, what her soul looked for. Here in the crowd of mountains, and here in the midst of dreams of emerald woods, possibly she would meet a life's partner. Crystal waters run here murmuringly, and birds and white cranes and peacocks and parrots and far-winged wild drakes inhabit the place in the gladness of nature. Here are hope-laden flowers, and here are heard the melodious notes of love music. Here is the festival riot of scents and hues. Here are the wild beasts in the business of life, leaping across places. Here is contagious sweetness and grandiose calm of nature, filling the hearts of the inhabitants, filling the whole place with the presence, with a smile, with a sweetness. Here smiles the Almighty's rapture dance. Here the blue-throated God is witness to the whole scene. Nilakanta is watching the whole scene. It looks the place has been specifically designed and prepared for a very special event. And so seems to be time organizing chance and circumstance for the desired thing to happen, for the desired meeting to take place, for the desired event to occur 1 year after the meeting. There is the hand of God operating behind it all. Here could be the suddenness of the divine advent. If laboring time was waiting for eons, now that moment has arrived. Now the time is going to bear the fruit of his patience. It is a happy repetition of the original advent, the marvel of the first descent, or the supreme entering into the creation's adventurous beginning. It is in that happiness Supreme plunged himself into the creative void, and it is that advent, that original advent, which is now being repeated in the meeting of these two special souls in this destined place. Savitri has been here. Savitri has been here since the beginning of the race, since the arrival of man on the scene. Savitri has been here since then, right from the beginning of the arrival of the mental being in this world. She is here to lift it up, this race, to lift up this race, to take it Godward, as much as attracting God into it. She has to pass through the ordeal. She has to pass through the difficult test, Agni Pariksha. Savitri, the lighting from the heights on our abyss, has to lit up the abyss with the lightning, with the light. And she comes here, she takes the mortal birth, yet in her mortality, all points to a nobler kind. There is nothing mortal in the mortal life of Savitri. All points to a nobler kind. Indeed, divine Savitri is poised to step into action, as human Savitri, divine Savitri carrying out the action through human Savitri. That is the communique issued out after the divine colloquy, the colloquy of the original cause.